Well, I guess IDW is still going to continue with the Sonic comic despite what's going on. Now, apparently, there is a spin off happening called The Bad Guys, which is focusing on the antagonist of the IDW book. But the other news coming out is Ian Flynn is stepping away, not because of what's going on right now, but apparently he's also got other projects he's working on, and the person taking over is Evan Stanley. Now, I don't know if the people at comicbook.com or whoever reported this doesn't know that Evan's a girl, I think, but they called Evan a guy, so I don't know. But she's a girl last time I checked. She did a collab with Linkara or an opening collab with Linkara. She goes by the Twitter name Spirit Sonic or something like that. But, it's kind of weird that the comic's going to still continue, but I'm assuming under Evan's run or inking, if you will, maybe things might get better. I know some people are hoping for the freedom fighters, and Ian, despite how we feel about him, has alluded that he would like to see him in there, and maybe Evan is going to be the one that does it. But the question is, for Evan, if she watches this, is if the freedom fighters are considered, if they show up, how are you going to bring them in? How are they going to be introduced? Knowing Evan, she has a current story going on, webcomic, if you will, on DeviantArt that she's trying to finish up. So adding this on top of that is going to make things a lot more complicated, maybe, but perhaps she might be able to come up with some ideas out of her own creations to see what she can work with. And maybe she might even call upon the fans to help her out as well. But the biggest question, though, is after all is said and done, and from what I saw, the temperatures around here where I live are going to get a lot higher and hotter, so that's going to help out a lot, probably around the country as well. But the question is when things start to slowly get back to normal, and things are slowly, like I said, what I'm trying to say is after things get slowly back to normal and things are slowly but gradually getting back into the norm for a lot of people, the question I think anybody has is, with IDW putting the pencils down right now when it comes to some of the books, Diamond Comics kind of holding off on distributing, DC and other publishers doing their own things or find newer distributors to help them out, the question is this the last hurrah for Sonic when it comes to IDW? We know that hiatus-wise, IDW is kind of holding off on Ninja Turtles. Heck, they're holding off on this right here, which everybody is looking forward to, fans of both franchises, even myself. But the question is, though, is this the last hurrah for them? Is this the last hurrah for the Sonic comic when it comes to IDW? I mean, there's a petition to get a new publisher out, which I don't know if Hedgehog that's his name, Alex Hedgehog is behind this or not. But there's a petition going around to get Sonic to be taken from IDW. In other words, for Sega to pull the plug on IDW and go to somewhere else. He basically states that this comic book publisher, I can't think of the name right now, I think it's Udon or something like that. They know what the fans want. They hear the fans' hands and what they want, and they're willing to do what it takes to give it to them. But would that be the solution? Would that be the solution to have Sonic go from IDW to this new publisher and possibly see the return of the Freedom Fighters? We don't know. Again, like I said, for all we know, Evan Stanley might be the one that brings them in, but she has to find a creative way of doing that. And working on her, I think, the Ghost of the Past storyline she's doing, a webcomic she's doing with Silver on DeviantArt, that she might get some ideas there. We don't know. It'll be intriguing. It will be intriguing to see what she has in store. Or what they have in store, I should say. But again, ask the question, is this the last hurrah? After IDW gets back on its feet or gets things re-going again, is this the last hurrah? Is this the last time IDW will have Sonic around? Because here's the thing: there's a lot of businesses, major, mid-size, whatever, that are furloughing, easy for me to say, furloughing or releasing people from their jobs because they need to save money. And that's also to be expected of comic book titles. We know publishers have to give up on official licenses right now of franchises that they were printing comics for a long time just because they need to save money to stay in business. So will IDW do the same thing? And if that's the case, where will Sonic land? Will he land with this other publisher people want him to land at? Or will there not be a Sonic comic anymore? Will the only comic book publisher we have be those at Archie Sonic Online, who recently, believe it or not, did the first issue in what was supposed to be the Freedom Fighters arc leading out of that issue? Will they be the only ones around? Who knows? But in my opinion, as I say in a lot of my videos, we'll have to wait and see what they do. But if Evan Stanley, who I think has spoke her mind before about certain situations, I think even spoke their mind about when the whole situation with Sonic, with the Sonic comic and Archie comics and all that, and Ian Flynn and everything was going down, Evan spoke their mind, I think, was one of the people that spoke up that were not happy with what's going on. They weren't. So, again, the question is, will they be the one? Will Evan be the one that brings them in? And on top of that, though, is this the last hurrah? If sales don't go up after comic books start getting back into the norm, will IDW say, you know what, we have to financially save money? Financially, we're not in the best shape. We need to cut some ties with people, with some titles. You know what? Get rid of Sonic. It's done. And they might just do that. But what do you guys think? Do you think they may do that? Do you think they may go down that road? It's a big question. It is a big question, but I would like to know what you guys' thoughts are. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Comment if you like. What do you think? What do you think the future is? How do you think Evan Stanley is going to affect it? Do you think she's going to do right by the book? Do you think she'll be the one that brings in the Freedom Fighters? And do you think this could be the last